5 mistakes new My Singing Monster players make. Now, a mistake I see a lot of new players make very often, more often than I'd like to, is people buying Epic Wallbox and filling it up with diamonds. The reason why this isn't worth it is that it costs so many diamonds to fill up, and you can do so much better things with the diamonds. Now, if it's like an epic quad that you don't want to, box in and cost 50, then it's fine to do an epic quad. But pretty much every other epic isn't really worth it, because like epics aren't really very useful except for the epic quads, epic seasonals, and epic ethereals. But other than that, the epics are just pretty useless. Another mistake I see a lot of new players make is bigifying monsters. Now, if you're like a higher level player and you've done a lot more things with diamonds, then sure, go ahead. But like when you're lower level, there should definitely be other things you should do other than bigifying monsters, as that's pretty much useless. I do not recommend bigifying monsters whatsoever, so just please stick away from it as long as you can. Spending diamonds on speed ups is just a waste. Now, the only time I find it exceptional to speed up is breeding. And then when it's an ended event and the speed up is pretty cheap and you haven't gotten the monster yet. But other than that, I find speeding up pretty useless, to be honest. Please do not use your diamonds on speeding up. You're not really probably going to get a result, and even if you do, you'd probably get it without the speed up anyway. Just please have patience. This game requires a lot of patience to get better anyway. You need to wait for all the monsters. You need to just wait for a lot of things, so just please be patient enough to not speed up. Getting Wallbox too early is another mistake I find often with new players, and you might be like, Monvistar, how do I know if I'm getting Wallbox too early? Well, when I consider you getting Wallbox too early if you don't make at least 20 million coins a day. The reason why is you can pay out Wallbox in just a few days when you make that much. The reason why you should be doing that is if you make less than 20 million days, the chances are you can probably just focus on things much better than just a Wallbox. And even then, you might just want to, wait a bit longer because, Wallbox just isn't really worth it, and they don't make enough for it to be worth it. Like, it takes a long time to pay, which is the next mistake. Wallbox coin farms are not worth it. It's just so expensive that it takes Wallbox so long to pay for itself. And even when it does pay for itself, the earn rate per bed is much worse than a quad or an ethereal. And even if you're not active enough to care about the coin rate, so you just care about the max, even then it will just take even longer for it to pay back. So you're just better off going through with a ethereal anyway.